Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'm going to be playing my bass. And discussing opposite action. I just had a friend ask me, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do the things? How do you, like, get yourself to do things? As far as, like, this, or going out and skateboarding, or enjoying my paintings, or any of the things. Any of the things that require being perceived. And it's opposite action. And you might ask yourself, what is opposite action? It's exactly what it is. You are faced with something that you want to do. You have this anxiety swell up and go, oh! So you do the reverse of that instinct. And you just do it again and again and again until you realize that that thing you had built up in your head was just nonsense. Like, don't get me wrong, what created it is not nonsense. It usually comes out of, like, traumas, you know, betrayals, things just going sideways repeatedly. But I found that the more that I put myself in the uncomfortable situation, or I have the uncomfortable conversation, or I let myself, like, go, like, why does that make me feel so bad? And I go, like, okay, because, like, I don't know, I'm at this point where it's like, if something makes you feel bad, if somebody brings it up, it's something that you have to work on. So it's like, if I get in a conversation, somebody brings up a perspective that, like, hurts me somewhere deep inside, like, there's no reason for that to be hurting me. It's only hurting me because there's something that hasn't been addressed, you know? There's some sort of, like, weird ego bruise that's, like, sitting there just going, fuck you. And it's just a matter of going into the deeper realms of the brain and hugging that trauma. And, like, doing all the regular things of being perceived, like whether or not be, like, putting out talents on YouTube, doing my paintings and letting people see it, or just speaking my mind and being honest. Yeah, whenever I get that, like, feeling, opposite action kicks in. And then you have to deal with the whole, like, coping strategies, because usually, especially in the honesty realm of the conversations, you have to navigate the feeling of, like, oh no, I just upset somebody. Now what do I do to make them feel better? Nothing. Unless it's like, you can sit back and go, like, okay, I was clearly a prick. My actions clearly hurt this person. And analyze it that way. But if it's one of those conversations where it's like, you don't mean any harm by it, and it comes up, or the person means no harm by it and it comes up. Like, I see a lot of people getting offended by things lately, and it's just like, let it go. If you're getting offended, it's probably something that you need to work on. Because the reality is, everybody is just in the same boat, you know? We're all just trying to survive. We're all just trying to enjoy ourselves. We just all have to wrestle with that context that we were raised with. You know, social framework that dictates the reality that we're force fed. Like I was telling my friend, it's like she's another person who's heavily tattooed. Like for me, that's one of those things. It's like if you allow yourself to just get lit up, you automatically are just asking to be perceived when you don't want to be. And utilize that. Engage in the conversation when the people that you know are like looking at you weird and like, oh, and just have the pleasant conversation with them. I know that that's one of those things I've noticed throughout the years. The more like the weird discomfort that comes from somebody who talks about my tattoos, or I'm engaged with in a professional situation, they see them and go, oh, turn the charm on. And do everything that's within reason to help make sure that their lives are better. So they leave that situation going like, I was clearly wrong. And no matter what, it's like as long as you stick to the things that you know are true, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. As long as you're coming from a place of positivity and productivity, nobody cares. If anything, they appreciate it. It's just that whole honesty bit. That one gets interesting. Like I can sit here and think of like so many times where somebody's like, "Hey, what's your take on this?" And then I ended up dishing up this nugget of honesty that's. I look back and go like, I don't think I'd want somebody to tell me that, but would be appreciated that they did. You know. Anyway, I'm rambling now. If you're tuning in and you've seen the previous ones where I was talking about that bass line, the being for the benefit of Mr. Something, I'm not learning it. I mean, maybe someday, but learning other people's stuff. It's like, don't get me wrong, Sir Paul McCartney, you have been a massive influence on my life, but I've never learned any of your stuff other than kind of come together. And I don't know. I think I want to continue not learning other people's stuff and just stumbling upon things. My cats. They're being kind of weird right now. Menace is stalking Timmy. She decided not to. Okay, I'm done. Oh no, the microphone. As you can tell, this is not hooked up. This one is.